presenting the new Civic Del Sol from Honda. It's a sporty, open-top car with a very remarkable feature. When it's windy outside, it's not so windy inside.
What's cracking, guys? It's been a while since I made a video, so I'm a little rusty. My bad. But, you know, it's just another day. I'm here in the Del Sol, about to head to work. One of the shitty parts was when the car got put back together. I got no tunes. So, it's terrible. But I have realized, I don't know what it is, but every time I turn the car on, I get a radio station without power. It's fucking crazy, I know. But, I mean, I'm not complaining. I just jam out on my way to work with whatever's on, and yeah, let's get going. I'll show you the station. It's crazy, but let's go. Let's go.
Gonna bring the hot fire for your boys. Your motorized you. Wagwan, my youth. Welcome back to that radio station, blazing it hot to the heart of the fire, the fire.
Made a video, and I feel bad about that. You know, I've been putting out the recaps once a week, and so thank you again for all that support. But I've been dailying this guy, the Del Sol, for quite some time, and it's time to start putting some effort and love into the car. You know, I've had some little things going on since I started it, just because, like, you know, you haven't driven a car in so long, and so I don't know. I just figured it was time to make a video. You know what I mean? And just kind of like show you what I'm up to with this thing, how it's doing, and just have some fun. Alright, this is my PR3 head I've had for quite some time. Yeah, so like I said, when I bought the green EJ1, if you saw my last video about the Del Sol, it had a B18B in it, and I found some dude on Craigslist, and I was like, hey, I'd like to buy that B16 head you had. But when I got there, he said he actually got it off a B17, which was crazy because I also had... No, I didn't have the B17 yet, but he got this off of B17 already, so it may be a B17 head. I'm not 100% sure where it came off of, but it is a PR3 head. And I'm trying to figure out how to actually tell if it's an ITR head or just a B16 head, but I know PR3 heads are all from the same cast, so, I mean, it's all kind of the same, but there are some differences. Obviously, it says PR3 3. I think the other 3 is just kind of like the casting number or where it's actually from. And then, obviously, it's a B16 head. And over here, you probably can't see it, I'll spin it around. It has PR3 on the cams. And, yeah, I did one of those Honda tech searches, and a lot of people said if there's like a 30 between the VTEC solenoid and the cam, that it could be an ITR head. Other people said if there's like green paint between the VTEC solenoid and the distributor, like a little bit of green there, then it would be an ITR head because they marked the better casting heads. And then other people have proven that on the intake side, about an inch into the intake ports, there's actually some like hand polishing or porting, and so that's what makes the ITRs a little different, but I can't seem to find that. But I do have the weird 30 right here, if you guys can't see. Right here, let me see. So right here, it says 30. But yeah, so brought this head from my garage because it was sitting there for years. I want to basically take this thing apart, rebuild it, freshen it up, Travis over here said he might be able to actually take it to his school and deck it for me, hot tank it, and just kind of clean it up. And in the process, I will clean up everything else. I looked up pricing and stuff because I used to have SuperTech valve train for B series, and then I sold that off when I kind of got out of the wanting to build something, and so now I wish I didn't because I had everything before. So I'll probably have to rebuy everything. I might just do dual valve springs, probably keep the same valves unless I get flat valves, but I don't know if I really want to go that far. I think I might just stick with the regular, but if I'm taking everything apart, I might. So we'll kind of see how that goes. I try to take this apart like Thursday night or Friday night, but I don't have a B series valve spring compressor. The one we have here is actually for K and F, so that sucks. So I might have to just order one of those unless you guys have a better idea. Let me know, or I'll just go to O'Reilly and try to borrow theirs. It might be janky. I don't really want to mess with the head too much. But other than that, head's complete. Most of the bolts are super loose because I think I took everything apart a long time ago. And they came with, when I bought this, the head came with like ARP head studs and a whole bunch of other stuff because he was going to LSV. But when I bought it, I was like, oh, I'm going to LSV everything too. So I think I have a whole bunch of stuff to go with this to put it on the block. But I don't know if I'm going to end up just rebuying everything because I don't know if they're used. And then I probably would have just used everything it came with. So, I mean, who knows? I might as well just do the same now. Here's the head. It's pretty clean. Underneath is not at all. See if I can flip this here. Super burnt. So everything down here is super burnt up. So wire wheel these, get these kind of super clean. That's why I want to clean this up. Just give it a good flat surface to deal with and stuff like that. But otherwise, got to do all the block offs and everything like that. But yeah, step one to B20V is get your head ready. So that's what I plan on doing. Hopefully this week, but I try to go on eBay to see if I can find the spring compressor, and so they're not going to ship from like anywhere close to here. Amazon has the same thing for like $40 more to have it on Prime, so I'll just wait. So until then I can't really take anything apart, but at least I have it. Huh. So if you've seen this last time, it's not how it looked like before. Look at this thing. It's unnecessarily awesome. No tents. Jesus. Just a daily.
Just a daily.
Good Lord.
On days like this is what I dreamt of.
You know?
You know
this
what
is
I mean?
what it was.
This is what I was hoping for my whole life. Was to not have to work on a day like this so intensively. And go for it.
God. This shit's sick, dude. I mean, how is it not? They didn't give you some cool little Stance Nation sticker for your windshield?
No, I just got that Inspire banner.
Oh, okay.
I love that Inspire banner though. Black on black. Yeah, it looks gangster.
hold on. It's the next day. I didn't have an outro, so I wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, the question I guys asked you. So let's get to that. Alright, now that I got a little seat here and stuff like that, I kind of wanted to go over what I asked you guys last time, which was what would you do with $5,000 if I gave you tomorrow? And a lot of people answered. That's really cool. Wanted to, you know, like I did last time, go over that because it's pretty cool. Starting off with Lulz Kevin here. 5K, he'd scoop up a 5-speed Element, supercharged, lower it with tints, perfect daily driver. I agree with you, actually. Elements are pretty cool. Not too many have them. They're actually kind of rare in 5-speed. Supercharged is dope. I mean, you could just get around and carry whatever you wanted. Sleeper Honda, 5-speed EM2 eBay turbo kit and tires. There's your 5K. Yeah, I don't know if you're not watching Sleeper Honda on Instagram. He did just pick up an EM2. It was actually a pretty good deal and a daily driver. And I don't know, the more I see it and the more we talk about it, that chassis is kind of underrated. It's pretty interesting. The front end looks like 05, 06 RSX era. The suspension is a lot like the RSX as well, and EP3, which is generally kind of the same. So it's pretty cool. They got the D17. They also have coil on plug. Like, interesting car. Interesting car. No one really looks at and stuff, but it's pretty cool. SP tuning. I mean, who doesn't know SP tuning? Anyways, 5K, EG hatch, dirt chassis, K24 from the junkyard, engine and transmission, K-Pro, simple coilovers, ugly and fast. I'm a fan of ugly and fast, you know? I'm trying to clean my act up, but I've always been interested in having the, you know, form, I guess, be in the function. My cars usually always turn on. They used to go fast. I'm trying to get them to go fast again, but, you know, looks have always been plan B for me, and running and doing something fun was always plan A, so ugly and fast, I totally get that. Deadbeat Garage, $5 grand. I'd find me either a Z or G35 on Copart. Get it operable and throw some bash bars and an angle kit at it. Coilovers as well if the budget was well enough. Sorry, not a Honda. All good, man. It's pretty interesting because no one else threw out not a Honda, obviously, because most of us are into Hondas, but it's really cool to see that you would get a G35, and I think I even replied and told you that, like, you know, when people think of Hondas, they don't really think of, like, full-on luxury cars, you know? Maybe the newer ones, but I don't know. It's cool if you need a cruiser, if you just want a car that, like, feels nice, looks nice, and you can just mob around in, so respect to that, dude. Alright, this one goes out to Nick Mara. This one's actually pretty long, so I'll kind of give you the gist, and hopefully you guys can read it here. But essentially for 5K, EJ6, DX to EX trans swap, energy suspension all around, iBox springs, 949 racing wheels, toe adjustment stuff. He kind of goes in depth on how he'd actually do it with pricing, which is pretty interesting. I super appreciate you answering this, dude. That is awesome. Harry, K24 EG6 with ITB. Yeah. Sideways G. 5K is tough when you have quality standards. Yeah, you know, yeah. Alright. But we got actually 4th gen Prelude, 4-wheel steer, JDM H22A. That's a good deal. That's a good deal, and you probably have a bunch of money. Well, maybe not a bunch of money. Yeah, maybe you might have a lot of more money to throw into the car, but, that's good, dude. I appreciate everybody who, responded. That's dope. Actually, hashtag SlowRacer71, EDEF G23 swap. Make it happen, bro. There's not too many. I think there's actually a channel that's like eBay built or something like that. Sorry, I don't remember your name, but you actually have a G23 swap there. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that responded. And I guess, I don't know what the question should be for this week. Actually, maybe I do. All right, so this one, I was actually asking DJ about this, so this is kind of interesting. More of a philosophical question, I guess, than what would you do with X. Just because I'm curious, doesn't matter how long or big your comment and or description is. It's kind of a cool conversation, maybe one that we should actually talk about a bit more. And that is your thoughts on the combustion engine. It's pretty interesting because a lot of us are tuners or are aspiring or have been working on our cars for a really long time. So the quintessential gas-powered engine, you know, and actual mechanical VTEC and all that kind of stuff, you know, is becoming history now. They started with the Prius and things like that. Now we have the Tesla. So the evolution of electric vehicles is here. It's looking like it's going to stay. So in your guys' opinion, I guess maybe a two-parter, because that's kind of like what DJ and I were talking about, is like, do you think we're at like the pinnacle of the combustion engine right now, and what do you think will actually happen to it? Because it's kind of a question I wonder about too, and DJ and I have talked about in the past, which is like, you know, in like the 70s, there was a straight up gas crisis where like you couldn't even get gas, and if you didn't have gas, obviously you couldn't use your car. So you don't really have that issue now because we're electric cars, but those of us that don't actually want to buy an electric car because we want the combustion engine, we just like messing with them or driving them and how they feel, in the next, I don't know, 10 years, 15, 20 years for sure, there's going to be less and less, and new cars that are being built aren't made to last, you know? People will lease brand new cars and just keep getting new ones, just like the iPhone. So, I mean, at what point will cars equal an iPhone where you just kind of throw it away? And then what do you think is going to happen? I know that's kind of a broad question, but essentially, like, where do you see the future of combustion engines? And maybe, like, how long do you think that they're going to be the norm? Just a cool topic. I don't know. We can get back to the fun ones later. I'm just curious about this. So like I said, comments below. I don't care how long it is. Get philosophical with it. Get joking with it. Your opinions, whatever. But I think all of us would have something to say. So if you see something you agree with, like, reply to someone. With that said, yeah. Where do you see the future of combustion engines? And I will see you in the next one, guys. Peace.